The next measure of central tendency we're going to look at is the median. The median is the middle data value when we put the data in ascending order. And I cannot stress enough how important it is to put your data in order. If the data set contains an odd number of data values, then the median is the data value directly in the middle. If the data set contains an even number of data values, then the median is the mean of the two middle data values, which is the middle of the two middle data values. We'll get into that. So we're going to look at a couple of examples of how to find the median. So the first one is an odd number of data values. So when we find the median, we should end up with only one number in the middle. Now, there are a lot of different strategies that people have on how to find the median. There is a mathematical way to figure out the location of where the median lies, or there's the old school method of crossing things out until you get to the middle. Because we have technology and technology can do a lot of the work for us, and technology is going to do a lot of this work for us, I'm going to show you how to do the crossing out method. And if you are interested in using the location method, I highly recommend that you look at how to do it on your own or reach out to your instructor to ask them how to do it, because it's cool, especially if you have a really big data set, to try and figure out how to find the location of the median. But with technology, it's not as necessary anymore. So the first thing we need to do is put this data set in order. We still have to do that. So 64 looks like the smallest. And I'm breaking one of my big rules from before, which is don't cross out your numbers. But that's because I know I'm only using this data set for this example. And I want to make sure I don't miss anything. 70, 71, 73, 70, 71, 73. Okay, so here we go. Here's my data set. I'm actually going to move it down just a little bit. Okay, there we go. I have all this room and I wasn't going to use like any of it. All right, so the crossing out method. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cross out one number from each side until I'm left with one number in the middle. So cross one out from the left, cross one out from the right. Left, right, left, right. And here is my one number in the middle. That number is the median. It is the middle number. Now, unlike mean, median doesn't have a fancy symbol. So you can write out median, you can write out MED for median, or some textbooks use a capital M. I tend to do MED when I identify the median, but any of these are typically accepted to identify the median. So long as you are not using a capital M for population mean. You got to make sure that you're being specific about the Greek symbol mu versus just a capital M for that guy, because you can't do the same. So, all right, next one is a data set containing an even number of data values. So when we do this one, when we get to the middle, we're going to have two numbers. So it starts out the same way. We're going to put our data in order. 64, 65, 68, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74. Yep. All right, there's my data set. Now I'm going to cross one out from each side again. And now I have two numbers in the middle. So what I have to do is I need to find the middle of these two numbers. So a guaranteed way to always find the middle of two numbers is to add them together and divide by 2. So 70 plus 71 is 141, and then divide that by 2, we get 70.5, and that is our median. So 70.5, even though it's not one of our data values, it is our median, and that is because that is the number that cuts this data set in half. So that's the other thing that the median is doing. It is a number that cuts the data set in half, so that half of the numbers are below the median and half of the numbers are above the median. So if I come back here, I can see 1, 2, 3, 4 numbers are below 70.5, and 1, 2, 3, 4 numbers are above 70.5. If I come back up to the previous example, I have 1, 2, 3 numbers below 68, and 1, 2, 3 numbers above 68. That is a way that you can check to make sure that you have found the correct median. If you have an uneven number below and above, then you probably missed a number or you messed up your crossing out when you went to find the median. And then the very last thing that I have here is a reminder. The mean will be affected by extreme values, but the median will not. And the reason for that is, as soon as I start crossing these numbers out on one side or the other, an extreme value is the first thing to get crossed out. So the median will not be affected by any extreme values. And that's the median.